Entering Vietnam from the Tay Trang border crossing, I had most of my hill climbing in the rearview mirror. I was now looking forward to exploring northern Vietnam and relaxing for a few days in the cities. I wondered, was there more to see in Vietnam? It definitely has more people and more traffic. What could go wrong? From Tay Trang, it's 500 kilometers cycling to Ha Noi. So with a couple of days of relaxing and exploring Dien Bien Phu, and I should arrive in Ha Noi within 6 days. The scenery is quite different since I've departed Laos. I've descended from the mountains, getting closer to sea level. Every day I'm cycling through hills with lush green vegetation and fields of rice paddies. The route I will be taking starts at the Tay Trang border crossing with Laos, and I will cycle to the city of Dien Bien Phu to visit the War Memorial and outdoor markets. I will then move on to Ha Noi to explore the capital city. After relaxing in Ha Noi for a few days, I will then cycle to the Lao Bảo border crossing and re-enter Laos. The day after crossing into Vietnam, I arrived in the city of Dien Bien Phu. This city was of historical interest to me as it was the site of the Battle of Dien Bien Phu, which was a confrontation in the First Indochina War that took place between the 13th of March and 7th of May 1954. It was fought between the French Union's Colonial Far East Expeditionary Corps and the Viet Minh Communist Revolutionaries. Well, I'm going to move on to Hill A1. I believe it's also called Elias or Elias. It's just one block over. So, interesting cemetery. Nothing, no signs in English at all. So, didn't get too much out of it. Obviously, it's a cemetery, so it is what it is. The Battle of Dien Bien Phu is decisive. The war ended shortly afterward, and the 1954 Geneva Accords were signed. France agreed to withdraw its forces from all its colonies in French Indochina, while stipulating that Vietnam would be temporarily divided at the 17th parallel, with control of the north being given to the Viet Minh as the Democratic Republic of Vietnam under Ho Chi Minh. I always enjoy wandering through outdoor markets and seeing the variety of foods and goods for sale and the smells of spices and produce. However, my walk through the market in Dien Bien Phu was about to take an interesting turn. Dark clouds were closing in on the market as a storm was approaching. Probably a good time to seek some shelter.
Usually when you see lightning coming, it's usually a good time to head inside and find a cold beer or get some food so you can stay dry, but that didn't happen tonight. So I got soaked, but this market got wiped out. It was quite entertaining to watch, so hopefully everybody will get all their vegetables back that were floating down the road. What an absolutely beautiful town. This is very impressive. It's too bad I'm not staying here tonight. I got another 50 to go, but more things to come, I guess. Just reached the top of a summit here that suddenly I'm enveloped in fog, so I'm going to start the downhill and sort of take my time here, but everything's just sort of disappearing, so it should be an interesting run to the bottom. Hopefully there's no surprises at all. Wow. Man, it's really hard to see the edge of the road here. Yeah, this is the worst fog I've ever had to go through on a mountain. Surprising we're not even that high up. That's a good sign. Oh shit. These things are gonna get hit. Shit. Brutal. It's interesting. I am just soaked in just the mist from coming down here. Absolutely soaked. It's kind of felt like I had a shower on the way down. I left Ha Noi this morning. It's just afternoon, so it's about 3 hours ago. Trying to follow some of these highways, sometimes they end up becoming in an area where no bicycles are allowed on the highway, so you got to change directions, and now it's just a complete mud pit. So I'm following a woman through a palm field, and she's trying to lead me, but it's pretty mucky. Sometimes trusting these maps, I think it's just all part of the adventure anyway, but it can make planning very difficult. So quite often I'm concerned with the hills, but obviously when you end up in this place, it's frustrating. Well, it's my second day since I left Ha Noi City, and I've had a rash of flat tires. So I've installed a new tire and picked up an extra bicycle pump. It's a full-size one just because I'm frustrated with trying to use a small mini one. Anyways, I'm working my way south and heading back to the Laos border crossing, which I should be arriving in I've got 6-7 days to get there before my visa expires. So anyways, wish me luck. It's interesting. They're throwing the fish originally from the water straight up onto the grass, so they caught my. Hello. Hello. It's a crappy day to be on the road here. It's going to be 4 more days of rain, so I'm going to pick up a hairdryer when I get to a hotel tonight. That way I can dry my gear up, because I've been washing stuff in the sink, but it just doesn't have time to dry up overnight. So. Well, it is what it is. See that dog was on the table there for lunch. I think I'll keep going through this town and hold out for some chicken. Those things are so cute. Well, I've arrived in the city of Don Savan in Laos. I just crossed the border from Vietnam. The checkpoint, everything went well. Just had one customs officer on the Vietnam side yelling at me saying, "No go Lao, no go Lao." I don't know why, but either way, eventually he let me through. So yeah, everything went smoothly. Vietnam, short trip, 15 days that I had out of my 30-day visa because I showed up late. But anyway. Well, now I'll enter, now that I'm in Laos, and I'll head for the Cambodian border. I should be there in about a week, and I'll have a month to explore in Cambodia. So, nothing but a good time.